Okay, this meeting is now being recorded. Where's my PowerPoint? Hold on one second. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you two for coming tonight. It's Georgia Virtual School. Hi, Kaylee. How are you? This is European History A portion, A section. I don't know what they want to call it. A, the first half. Okay. So, I know it also says AP COGO, Comparative Government, but that was the other class that I'm teaching. So I just put them both on the same PowerPoint because tonight's the welcome session and we're pretty much going to go over the same thing. Okay. So this is me. I am Kim Stokes. I am an instructor for Georgia Virtual School. I've been teaching for about 10 years now. I'm also a history instructor at Columbus State University. That's near Columbus, Georgia. It's in Columbus, Georgia. I live near there. And I've been doing that for about 5 years now. And this is my contact information. So if you need to get a hold of me, just let me know. You can text me at this number. You can call, leave a voicemail, or you can email me at the email address there. I'm really available anytime. I know I have to put some office hours on there. That's why I put 4 to 8. But really, call, text anytime you want. I will be able to hopefully respond to you. I can respond to a text quicker and faster than I can, like if you leave a voicemail or something like that. So feel free to text me. All right, so the first order of business in getting started with this class is that you take a look at the syllabus and the schedules. So this is, and I'm going to minimize this real quick. This is going to be on our home page. That's our home page right there. And here is where you find the course schedules. This being the 18-week start. We have 2 other week start dates. Not that those other start dates have less work. They have the same amount of work. It's just squeezed into a fewer amount of weeks. So if you click right here on this 18-week, you will see the syllabus that has lots of good information, how the class is graded, and then you will see the class assignment schedule. Okay, so you see this first part this week, we're just really getting involved in the course and getting things set up and making sure that everything that we're doing, is working. And this Wednesday, these orange days right here, those are our assignment due dates. So what happens is on this assignment due date right here, this August 15th date right here, I'm going to be looking for any assignments that were listed in the week prior to. Okay, so I'll be looking for this welcome discussion and this assignment thesis statements. Okay, that's all due on the 15th. And it'll roll like that throughout the week. So on this 22, August 22nd date right here, I will be looking for these assignments that were listed in the previous week, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they're due on this Wednesday by 11:59 at night. If for some reason you can't get them in and you get them in on this Thursday or the Friday, it's an automatic 20% off. Okay, after these 2 days, then I don't accept those assignments at all. Okay, just understand that. Getting back to my PowerPoint. So here's what your class course schedule looks like. I told you about this. If you have any assumptions or if you have any questions about assignments, please ask. Don't make assumptions. Well, what about vacation? Well, you're probably not going to be going on vacation since summer is now winding down, but you may be going to other things. Maybe you're going to look at colleges, or you're involved in some kind of extracurricular. Well, here's the thing. If you can't get your work done, you're expected to work ahead. You can always turn in work early, but it's when it's late, then that causes a problem. So if you know that you're going to have something come up and it might affect how you are able to turn in your work, then I would suggest that you work ahead. Because if it's late, then I have to take points off. There are no exceptions granted for late work. In other words, I don't grant exceptions. If you, for whatever reason, need an extension on your work, you have to fill out a form, and I can give you that form, and it goes to somebody higher up than me, and they decide whether you get the extension or not, and they tell me whether I'm allowed to accept the assignment or not. Okay, so please don't think it's me that's making those decisions. It is not. If you are sick or you become sick and you can't get your work in, like I said, you'll fill out one of those forms and you'll provide medical documentation, and then somebody will decide whether I can accept the work, and they will let me know. So that's how that works. As I said before, each assignment is due on Wednesdays at 11:59. If you turn it in on that Thursday or Friday, it's 20% off, and after those 2 days, I cannot accept the work. We will have a little bit of time at the end of the semester for you to be able to turn in work, but all work must be submitted prior to the final exam. So just some things to remember. Technical difficulties are not an excuse for assignments to be late. You're taking an online class. You've agreed to do that. That means you have agreed to have access to a computer and to the internet. If your internet goes out, then you're expected to get in the car and drive somewhere that has internet, okay? Sit in the parking lot at Chick-fil-A or go to the public library, whatever you need to do to get your assignment done. So please don't call or email or text me and tell me that you couldn't get your stuff done because of some kind of internet outage. We will correspond with each other through the Georgia Virtual School email. The email button is listed on your course homepage. You have a Georgia Virtual School username and email address, as well as your Georgia Virtual School password. You're also given access to Office 365, which allows you to install Office on up to 5 PCs or Macs. You also have 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage that is managed by the school. When you are submitting assignments and saving assignments, make sure you have saved it as a common file format. Every now and then students will have some kind of strange extension on their file name. I don't know why, but they will submit it and then I won't be able to open it. So what happens in a case like that, if you submit a file that I cannot open, is I give you a 0, and then I write in the comments that you have 3 school days to submit that assignment to me. And hopefully then it's an assignment that I can open, and if so, I'll grade it and submit the grade without any late penalty. Any questions about that? Any questions about anything so far? Y'all still with me? Somebody? Bueller? There's somebody. Hi, Ella. Oh, thank you, Maya. Okay. Your AP students, I expect you to do your own work and not copy off of someone else. Certainly do not allow you to split assignments. In other words, one person do one assignment, the other person does another assignment, and you two swap off and get each other's answers. That is not acceptable. Please be aware of this. Plagiarism is very easy to spot, and so you don't want to be accused of this, or you don't want to get a low grade, a 0, because this has happened. If you have questions working the course, There's a help button on the Georgia Virtual School homepage. I encourage you to look at it. It has lots of good information and even a search bar. You can probably get your question answered before you even have to reach out to me. Also, you can use the Student Resources button. It shows you where the student handbook is. Good resources, good information. It'll also probably answer any questions you may have. Mozilla Firefox is the preferred browser for Georgia Virtual School, as is Chrome. Both of these are free downloads from the web. It doesn't cost you any money to get these browsers. So you may use your course email for correspondence with me. It is also important that you check your email daily. I will grade every assignment within 3 school days, and on Tuesdays I will have all assignments graded. Then on Wednesdays, if your grade is below passing, we have an automated system that will make calls to your home contact to let them know your grade has dropped. The weekly synchronous office hours is what you're in right now. They will be held every Monday at 7:30 for this class. This is your opportunity to interact with me in real time, so I encourage you to come. Often what I will do here is go over the upcoming week's assignments, and so you can come and ask me any questions you may have. I will also go over items from the content of what we are studying. Here's the breakdown of how you will be graded. Our class activities are going to be worth 20%. Your tests and projects will be worth 50, and the discussions worth 10, and the final exam, which will be multiple choice, will be worth 20%. As I mentioned before, I will grade assignments within 3 school days. What I will do on the Thursday morning after an assignment due date is I will go in and put a 0 in for any assignment that was not turned in that was due the day before. You should look for feedback on quizzes and discussions and Dropbox items, because I will add those. And please, if you have any questions about your grade, don't hesitate to ask. It's your grade. I'm more than happy to discuss why you got the grade that you got. Let's take a look at our Georgia Virtual School course. So here we are in European History A. If you need to set up your Georgia Virtual School email, you can do so by clicking here in this classroom bulletin board. Also, everybody will have to fill out this handbook acknowledgement form here, so make sure you get that and fill it in so I can mark you as complete for that. Here's my contact information once again, and here is your course information. Here's that acknowledgement form again. As we're doing this synchronous sessions, they are recorded. The recording links will be posted right here under user links. And each week I will have an announcement, as you see here. Usually it will list the assignments for that upcoming week, so please pay attention to these news announcements. So under these topics right here that have an arrow next to them are topics that have groups of more information. Under assessments, if your assignment says that you have to do a discussion, a Dropbox, or a quiz, this is where you will go to find this. Here is the grades tool that you can go in and look to see what your current grade is. To access the content of AP European History A, click on Course Materials and then click on Content. This will open up the table of contents of all the modules we will be going over in this portion of this class. If you need your e-text, hopefully you've gotten that, because there's lots of reading in this class. So instructions on how to get the e-text is right here. Our first unit is all about the exam, so when you click on this, there are different pages you fall through to learn about taking the AP exam. If there is an assignment that's due on your schedule, as you can see, like the we'll say the welcome discussion or the thesis statement assignment, when you're working the module here, the assignment has its own link that you can go and click on. I think, let's see, yes, this is on the old module. All right, so when you click on the different units, all I did was I came here and I clicked on this all about the exam. There's pages 1 through 9 of the module. So as we're working through these, this is how you learn AP European history, or in this case, about the AP exam. All right, so there's different pages you can click on to go through. Oh, it just takes a long time. Okay, see these different pages. All right. It's not difficult. It might take you a minute to just kind of get used to how this works, but it's not difficult to maneuver this class. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Just do me a favor when you text me or email me. Tell me what class you're asking about, because like I said, I teach more than one class, and sometimes I'll get texts from students that say I don't understand the assignment and I don't know which assignment you're talking about. So just do me a favor there. Just tell me I am in your AP Euro and I don't understand the discussion we're supposed to do or whatnot. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Awesome. Thank you, Ella. Thank you, Kaylee. All right. Here's your student resources. This can give you lots of good information. Also, here's a direct link to Shmoop. I'll be posting some more information about how to use Shmoop. It's an awesome resource for learning AP Euro and any other AP class you may be taking, or some of your other academic classes. We have a free account through Georgia Virtual School, so you really should take advantage of that. I'll post some information on how to sign up with Shmoop. Okay. So I'll go back to my PowerPoint real quick. If you need help maneuvering through Brightspace, Georgia Virtual School System, here are some help sessions that you can attend that will help you do that. But most of all, remember, I'm here to help you. I want you to succeed. If you need help with something or have a question, please don't hesitate to ask. I want us all to have a great semester. That ends my PowerPoint. Unless you guys have a question for me, you are free to go. You notice that we get bonus points for attending the initial open house Brightspace video lesson. Do you have a Dropbox for that? Well, where did you see that you get bonus points for that? Are you talking about this? Email this to all your fellow teachers for a bonus point. Really? Okay. I will create a Dropbox for that. I didn't realize they were doing that, but okay. I'll put a Dropbox out there and you can send me your certificate or put it in there and I'll give you a point. You're welcome. Have a good night, Ella. Thank you for coming. Well, Maya, I can't really recommend any particular review book. What I do recommend, like I said, I will be giving you information on how to sign up with Shmoop. Do you know, are you familiar with Shmoop? Yeah, so we have an account with Shmoop and all students have access to that. Well, here it is right here. Um, this is how you sign up. And so what I'll do is I'll go in and create a course for us here. And this is really a great study tool. It's one of the best. So I can't really suggest any one particular review book, but I do suggest that you work through Shmoop. Have a great night. Thank you for coming. Bye, Kaylee.